Hi, it's Geraldine and I'm here to do the tea leaf reading for the full moon in Aquarius, August 22nd and beyond. So how's everyone doing? Have you been moody and maybe intense and had some sleepless nights? It seems like the energy of this full moon is actually flared early, and that maybe could be just because the last full moon was also in Aquarius. So we've been in like a corridor really, I suppose. It's been Aquarian energy with sort of a dash of, that Leo fire energy. So anyway, something did come through then after that, after I put that down, and it was just about the air and fire. And it was fire needs air to keep it alive. If you cut off the oxygen supply, the fire goes out. Okay? We're cold. We need that, we need that fire lit. So then on the other hand, it was saying sort of to think about the intensity of the air and fire energy across the world with the wildfires. So there are also times when we need to cut off the oxygen supply to quell the flames. So I don't know if somebody needs to hear that, like somebody's maybe giving too much, too much of their energy. They're maybe not getting enough back or something like that, and it's time for them maybe to cut off that oxygen supply. Okay, so something in there, it might mean something to somebody. Also, yes, it could be talking definitely about the energy right now with all these fires over here in Canada included. So anyway, that was just something that came through. So I'm also feeling strongly that old thought patterns need to be released with this moon. So of course, the full moon is a great time just to release everything, to manifest things that you've, intentions maybe that you've set a long time ago, things that you've really wanted. So anyway, it's just really a reminder as well from that last full moon reading that Aquarius is a very intuitive, intellectual, sort of humanitarian sign. And remember, I mentioned Oprah. So we definitely need more Oprahs in the world. We don't need archaic solutions and condemnation. That's what I was hearing. It's actually making my stomach churn, with disgust when I even think of this, these archaic solutions and everything. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Anybody else who's really sort of tuned in with me is going to know what I'm talking about. Okay, about what's going on in our world. This could also be a heavy week, or maybe 2 weeks, maybe until we're sort of a week or so into Virgo season, and Virgo season will start, in and around the full moon time there, August 22nd to 23rd, depending where you are on the world apparently. But anyway, Virgo season enters in then for the next few weeks. Okay, things will be a bit more grounded sort of after that. So another thing, there may be things about yourself or others that you really just don't accept anymore, or you can't live with. So in that case, you're going to maybe be asked to choose the high road. Okay, it'll be with a kinder, softer, sort of less judgmental approach. All right, and it's again what came to me be the change that you want to see in the world, and drop the mask, expose yourself, just your authentic self. And this brings balance to the world. And it's funny because that was coming to me sort of through the week as well, about the authentic self, and about the Lion's Gate there at August the 8th, that you're not really going to be able to keep hiding anymore. So this was really all quite heavy that came in sort of before it, and the energies that I've been feeling. So again, with the full moon too, release, and you do tend to feel better. Okay, once you do that releasing, and certainly if you're manifesting something, you're going to feel fantastic. So don't forget to leave, your water out in the crystals under the moonlight. And I'll put a post on the Facebook page later just to tell you how to make that moon water. I found a nice wee post for that. I did get a couple of questions asked, personal ones, that I will send off to those girls separately. Now, there were gaps in the cup, so it was like, oh no, here we go again. And with the COVID numbers rising again and the people not meeting all their needs. So, you know what, just do what you can, right, to fill your cup in the meantime. It's like, I sound like a broken record, you know, just going through the same thing over and over with regard to this COVID, you know, we're good or we're not, we're good or we're not. So, anyway, I was showing a couple dancing up a storm to some rock and roll, and I think I might know one couple that's doing that right now. So, anyway, hopefully that's for a number of couples and you're just making the best of it, you know, and if you're not going out dancing outside, you know that you're in your home and just turning the music up. There was something too about an Elvis movie. It came up in one of the readings before. I'm wondering if, yeah, I didn't really explore that too much, but I'm wondering if anybody found out if, you know, if that's out now or coming out. There was also a message for a Liam. Try not to be too disappointed, Liam. The next opportunity is good, okay? So if that previous one wasn't great for you, or you missed a promotion or something like that, don't worry, the next one is a go, all right? There's also a JT message. So this JT, she feels like a she anyway, she has some sass, and there's someone saying it, and they like what you bring to the table. And if you're hoping to join a band or a team or something, just keep practicing, because with your sass and, you know, with how you're performing and whatever, you're definitely getting recognised, okay? So good luck to Liam there and to JT for that. Now the word sale, S-A-L-E, is written beside a shoe, so that means there's a sale on and time to go and buy the shoes. Okay, so if you've been holding off, again, it's time. We're changing seasons again here shortly, so time again to go and treat yourself. And look at that, sure, they're even on sale. So I'm also being shown a scene sort of similar to the Olympics, and the one thing that was coming through was the kindness that the competitors were showing each other. So again, back to that moon energy at the beginning about, you know, taking the higher path, creating more kindness, and you know, just changing yourself sort of to change the world, really. If everybody does that, it totally changes the energy, right? We all know what negative and positive energy feels like. So another thing, just at face value, you know, looking at the picture in the tea leaves, you know, this person running hard, you know, if there's something that you really want to achieve in your life, you know, you're going to need to train like an Olympian. That's the bottom line, okay? There was another new home sign, and there was a Y beside it, so just for yes. So, you know, if somebody was sort of wondering about a move, you know, selling their home, whatever, you know, this could be a confirmation for you. And just in general, again, you know, this housing market hasn't really settled yet, so still a good time. So then I was seeing big hair, a face with really big hair, and somebody just really cheery, so maybe that's a style for some people this fall, or maybe it's just the humidity. I've got big hair right now. Then I was showing the name Roisin and Enya. So I don't know why, but Roisin, maybe you love Enya, and maybe listening to Enya, you know, calms you or whatever. I know it calms me listening to her, but anyway, it might mean something to somebody out there. It didn't give me any more details. Then I went into the second cup, and it was so weird. It was sort of like looking through a wee snow globe, you know, like the world was inside this wee snow globe, and I was looking from the outside, and I really got caught up in it, all the details of it. I mean, you can see the cup here. I mean, yeah, you won't be able to see probably what I see in such fine detail, and the tea leaves drop away as well. But it was really, I was showing people busy at work, so kind of an energy of back to business. And of course, I'm always sort of asking about COVID in there, you know, just anything about COVID. But I was showing a shoe shiner, so that's really good news, you know, for the parts of the world where, you know, shoe shiners are still employed, and it's often in the developing countries, so like, that is a really positive sign there for them. has also shown a barber, hairdresser, just getting ready for the new season. You know, maybe the people coming in want big hair. There were wood choppers as well, 2 wood choppers in there. There was also a woman putting items into a kiln. It was just this wee busy scene that just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of drew my energy right in, you know, and I was so just excited to see everybody kind of busy. I could just nearly see them all at work, you know. So anyway, it definitely felt less complicated. And I mean, as we know, if we listen to the news or hear anything or on social media, you know, we know that worldwide it's not like that, okay? It's not relaxed everywhere, and we know that, you know, and even we're having a tough enough time, you know, with all of this, you know, COVID numbers back up and people worried again and what have you. Anyway, it definitely feels like things are going to get more relaxed. So bring that on, okay? I mean, again, the guidance that I'd been getting sort of when I asked the tea leaves as well, it was a feeling of we'll be in a better place sort of late summer, early fall. By Halloween anyway, that's when we'll be celebrating more, you know. So, oh, please God, let that be this year and not next year. But it, you know, it feels like we're getting there for this year, and that's been coming for quite a while now. So I'm really hanging on to that. Now, also in the last reading, I did mention about an angel giving a gift. I could see that, and karmic rewards from Saturn. This might sound strange to some people, but I know for a fact this is happening, and I've experienced a new gift myself. So if you have noticed that you've got a new gift, you know, some energy around you, a talent that you've just discovered, whatever it might be, just something new that's actually a good thing. It wasn't given to you just to be hidden away, okay? I mean, it's your choice, of course, whether you want to use this gift or talent or whatever or not, but you likely weren't given it unless you were going to use it. That's what it feels like. It feels like, oh no, we're not wasting any more time giving these roles, gifts, whatever, out to people who are not going to use them. It feels really very certain that the people are going to use them. So if you are listening, if you have noticed something, please do go ahead. I mean, obviously there's a lot of healing to be done right now. Okay. Now that honestly is all from the tea leaves. The heaviness was really at the start, like the sort of detail was coming just to me at the start, you know, about all this fire and air and, you know, this sort of energy and about changing our ways. So I could go on half the night about all of that, you know, but I have tried to really condense it to keep this reading sort of short so you're not bored right off the bat. So anyway, little Sawyer, who chooses the crystals for us, she did pick out a Blue Crackle Quartz, and she told her mum, this one saves the world. Now, she's going to be 3 at the beginning of September, and she's already using her gifts, guys. So, and would you believe it, this crystal is also, like, it's known as the fire and ice quartz. I mean, as we know too, yeah, you know, another way to put out a fire is to throw water on it, right? Melt the ice and there's the water. So just, yeah, just all coming together really, you know. So hopefully these fires are going to be put out. We've got rain here tonight for the first time and I don't know how long. So it's wonderful actually to hear. This crystal also helps people to speak their truth. You know, the blue of this relates to the throat chakra. Speak your truth, okay? Obviously in a kind way. Don't be horrible to people, you know. Anyway, we're certainly craving the truth right now, and with so many just mixed messages, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, just tell it like it is, please. The crystal also insists that you're responsible for your feelings too. So again, just like the beginning of the reading, you know, if there is something that you're just not happy with yourself about or others, and sometimes you need to walk away from others, you know, you need to put the fire out, you know, you have to walk away. And, you know, you can't always stay in that toxic place. There comes a time when you honestly just can't be around that anymore. And that has been a theme that has come up probably over about the last month too. And again, maybe because this Aquarian season is really, you know, with these moons in Aquarius, it's really that humanitarian aspect, and it just could be really sort of laying it thick, you know, onto us. So something to think about. Anyway, folks, that is all, and I really do appreciate you, you know, listening to me going on here. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It is late at night here, but you listening, all the likes and the, you know, subscriptions and all of that. I'm really, really grateful to you all, and I do love to do this. And if you haven't, you know, liked, subscribed, whatever, please do go ahead. I mean, I turn comments off so as I can adjust them, because there's a lot of people getting hassled right now with, you know, by others and taking their information and then using it to try and get money from people and everything. So I just kind of keep all of that just closed up for now. But I mean, I will respond, and if it's if it is actually a legit comment, I will post it. You know, I do get some spam that comes through there, and of course I don't post any of that. So anyway, that's it, folks. I really do pray that everybody stays safe, and, you know, really praying for this world right now, and anybody else who prays, please do that. And I was getting 15 quite a bit in the cup last time, and I was like, I wonder if that was for anybody, and I don't know if it was or not, but we actually had, you know, the Assumption of Our Lady on August the 15th, and I'd totally forgotten about that. But she is with me here. She's here. I'm pointing to her. Of course, she's very tall, so she doesn't fit in. But I work very closely, pray very closely with Mary, you know, and anybody else who feels called, you know, you might want to try that as well. So anyway, that was her assumption. Maybe she was popping in to say, hello, don't forget about me. So anyway, folks, that's it for tonight. I'm going to stop now yakking on. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.